Butera. I'm making you this video so you can get a feel for what the do nows and exit tickets are going to look like in Schoology. Um, I've set this up so you don't have to go multiple places. You'll have your lesson plan in front of you, and all you will display is the Schoology as you guide students through the activities. So I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. Thank you so much for being flexible and allowing me to move some of our activities to Schoology. I think it'll make your life a little easier. It'll make students' life a little easier, mine a little easier, and the students will also get more effective feedback from us. So let's get started. So, first thing, I have written your lesson plans for next week. The way it is set up, you have the agenda item, what it looks like in Schoology, so the item that you'll click, and then what to do with that item. So, I'm going to put this on one side of the screen, and then on the other side of the screen, I'm going to put Schoology, so we can see how these two things connect. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning. To get to Schoology, you'll click Schoology in your My NPS folder. I'm going to go mnps.schoology.com. That's a way to get to it if you don't have an MNPS folder. Then you'll go Courses. You'll click on the course that you're going to be working in for that class period. Okay, so all of your materials for this next grading period will be in Quarter 4, the purple folder. Everything else I've unpublished, so this is all students will see. Now, you can either open the folder up that way by clicking this button, or you can click it that way. Each week has its own days, so we're going to work in week 1, March 18th to the 22nd. So if I click on that, at the top are the launch texts and the Uncle Marcos text. Then you have your days. Students will start in Monday, 3/18. So if you click Monday, 3/18, here is their do now. Here is the learning objective, here is the daily agenda, and here is the exit ticket. So, let's see how this works with your lesson plan. So over here is your lesson plan. So, here's your do now. Students will walk in, they will click on the do now, complete the do now. You can display it so they know where to find it, help them find it. Then, you'll click on the learning objective. The learning objective is in Schoology. You'll have students write the learning objective on their sheets. Go back to Monday. Here's your daily agenda. Review the daily agenda with students. Again, see it's all connected. Click on Monday. Now, here is the assignment that will go in their notebook. They're going to read the launch text and complete the first read questions of a reading guide. So click on the launch text. To find the launch text, you're going to go back to week 1, and you're going to click on the launch text. Inspiration is overrated. So what's cool about this is now you have the launch text to display to students in Schoology, so you don't have to go anywhere else. Don't have to go into Savvas. If you want to play the audio, you can. So it's all here for you. Okay, so they will have their reading guide. You're going to play the audio 4 paragraphs at a time. They will have their workbook, so I need to add that. So you need to hand out the workbooks. All right, so you'll hand out the workbooks, you'll hand out the Inspiration is Overrated reading guide, you'll play the audio 4 paragraphs at a time. After listening to each set of paragraphs, give students, seven's a little too much. Give students 3 minutes to complete the first read questions. So go back and forth. And so this is what that looks like. Just a sec to find it. I have it here. Okay, so here are the first read questions, and they'll be doing this on the handout that I give you as you play the audio. Okay, after you do that, you're going to analyze the argument in the text. So you're going to continue with this, guide students through the argument analysis chart in the reading guide as a class. So help them through it. When finished, have students place the guide in their notebooks. I'm actually going to move this, because they're going to need this to do the exit ticket. Okay, so guide students to the argument analysis chart. Once you have finished that, and it looks like this, so you're going to have them do this piece. After they do this piece, you're going to have them go back to their computers, go to week 1, Monday, and they're going to do their exit ticket. So click on exit ticket, lead a discussion about exit ticket question, have students complete exit ticket. When finished, have students place guide in notebooks for notebook check. So again, at the beginning of class, students will go to their class, they will go to quarter 4, week 1, Monday, and they will do the do now. Then you will display the learning objective, have them write it down, display the agenda, go over the day. Then students will close their laptops. You will hand out their workbooks, you will hand out their reading guides, and you will go through the reading guide activity, both the first read and the analyze text argument sections. Then you will have them go back to the laptop and do the exit ticket. So that's what Monday looks like. Tuesday. For Tuesday, they're going to go to Tuesday. They will start class by completing the Tuesday do now. You'll display the learning objective. They'll write it down. You'll display the agenda, go over the activity. Then you will again click on the launch text, which is the Inspiration is Overrated text. You will have them close their laptops, hand out the workbooks, tell students to take out their Inspiration is Overrated reading guide from their notebooks, and you're going to go through a couple paragraphs at a time, and they're going to look for evidence. So help them find their evidence. So that will be this part of their reading guide. So they'll pick out some evidence. Then they'll do their word network, guide students to find precise words for their essay from the text. Then they will go back to their laptop and they will do an objective summary as their exit ticket. Wednesday, they will open up for quarter 4, open up Wednesday, do the Wednesday do now. You will display the objective, they'll write it down, you'll display the daily agenda, go over it with them. Then you are going to Tell them to close their laptops, hand out the workbooks. Oops, before that, I apologize. So before you do that, going back to the beginning on Wednesday, you're going to do the do now. You're going to have them write the objective. You're going to have them review. And then I want you to give them about 5 minutes to look at their exit ticket from the previous day to see how it was graded. So I've added that in. Then you're going to hand out the workbooks. You're going to hand out the reading guide. No, not yet. It's a lot to explain, sorry. You're going to read and annotate Uncle Marcos for 15 to 20 minutes, so hand out the workbooks, play the audio, stop the audio, and ask students to annotate in the text who was involved in that section, what was the action, where is the action taking place, when is the action happening. So you're going to take them through. After you've annotated the entire story, then you're going to hand out the reading guide worksheet, and it looks like this. So you're going to hand out the reading guide worksheet for Uncle Marcos, and they are going to complete the background, the first read, and the comprehension questions. So complete background, first read, and comprehension questions. Then they will go back to their laptop. They will use their reading guide and their text to do the first read question quiz. On Thursday, they will come into class. They will do the Thursday do now. You will display the objective. You will have them write down the objective. You will display the agenda, go over the agenda. You will have them look over their first read quiz, see how they did on it. Then you will tell them to take out their reading guides. You will hand out the workbooks. You will click on the text for Uncle Marcos. It's in that week. And you will guide students through the close read section of the reading guide. So here is the close read section. It tells you where to go in the text, what to look for, and then answer some questions. After you do that, you will have them come back to their laptop, do the exit ticket for Thursday. On Friday, same thing. Have them do the do now, have them write the objective, show them the agenda, have them take out their Uncle Marcos reading guide, and they're going to do their evidence log and their word network. After they do the evidence log and the word network, this is on Friday, after they do the rest of the reading guide, because there's also an analyze the text question. After they do the rest of the reading guide, then they will write an objective summary of Uncle Marcos as their exit tickets. So right here. Okay, so you can go through this, watch it a couple of times, think of questions that you might have. I'm going to be at school by 8 o'clock on Monday, so I can bring you your materials, answer any questions you have, and get you started. Okay? Again, if you want to email me any questions over the weekend, I will be checking my email. I hope that this is a smooth transition to Schoology. I want to do everything I can to make this as smooth as possible. And again, I appreciate everything you do. Thank you, and have a great rest of the weekend.